Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course. Brandon Wenzel, come back at you. Another offering. Off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. Sampler video series videos I've been doing for a little while now. Go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks. I'm going to talk about the stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie, this is also my lunch, so let's all hope that it's really good. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there and try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. Whilst I'm doing all that, folks, yeah, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today? Happens to be my Heathen Sun shirt. Yeah, it's kind of hard to read because of the stylized text, but just believe me. What the hell is Heathen Sun, though? So Heathen Sun are a sort of new generation nu metal band that I believe they're out of North Carolina, if I'm not mistaken. I became aware of their stuff maybe like a couple years ago at the time I'm doing this. And was sort of like tangentially, into their stuff. Like, I wasn't actively following them, but, here and there type of stuff. That was up until a few months ago at the time I'm doing this. I actually got to see them perform live. They were on tour with some other bands that I was following, and they blew me away. Like, it was one of those things, like, seeing their live show, the energy they put into it, it just hyped me up, and I was just like, yep, I'm officially a huge fan. So I actually got some videos of that performance I attended. Those videos are on my channel, just in case maybe you want to check them out. If nothing else, I'd be more than happy to sort of point you in the right direction as far as their music goes, because I think they're a really awesome band. But what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Oh, this better be good. But what is it? Well, like I said, this is my lunch, and I decided, I've got lots of options for potential lunch. But I was trying to think of like lunch specials, right? Things that could potentially work for me, maybe save a buck here or there. And there's a place that I've reviewed plenty of stuff from called Scooby's. And yeah, Scooby's is, it's like a small chain of sort of like hot dog places, and, they have hamburgers and stuff like that. In general, sort of Chicago style type of food. I've reviewed plenty of their stuff before. I'm a big fan. This, being that it's Saturday, was their daily special, their meatball sandwich. Yeah! Let's open it up real quick. Second thing. Yeah, that's a sandwich. It looks like this. Ha ha ha! Let's get a thing for the thing. It looks like this. Go. Ha 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 ha! Now, given its general shape and proportion, I'm calling this a sub sandwich. What would this being a sub sandwich review now? I have to go over there and preface it real quick with three things. Number one, being that for over 3 years now, I've been going on sub sandwich adventures. What that means is I've been going out to basically every place that sells sub sandwiches, be they chain locations, delis, Walmart, what have you. If they're selling sub sandwiches, I'm reviewing them, I'm posting them on my YouTube channel, but I'm such a nice guy, I don't just post them on my YouTube channel. That's where number two comes in play. Because, folks, I have an entire playlist called Subs for Subs. That's where I go over there and I post up my sub sandwich reviews. Time I'm doing this, I have over 200 sub sandwich reviews in that playlist. So you got plenty, but maybe you're greedy, maybe you want even more sub sandwich review and goodness. Well, folks, all you have to do is wait until Sunday. Because that's where number three comes into play, because Sunday is sub day. Sunday is the day when I go over there and I upload my sub sandwich reviews. I have not missed a Sunday in over 3 years. But let's get to this particular sub. Oh, and what with this being a review of a Illinois establishment, it's going to end up in my Eating Out Illinois playlist, which is a playlist for just Illinois-related stuff. So yeah, this is their meatball sandwich, and I got it with cheese because you just do. You just do. Sandwich. Look at that meatball. Look at that. That's a proper fucking meatball. That's some bullshit fucking Subway meatball. Oh, and that's a good meatball, too. It's, like, thick and dense, but not, like, overly dense. It's not, like, dried out or anything. It's still nice and juicy. Oh, it's a good sub, man. It's a good meatball. I like that. Got the marinara sauce to go with it and the cheese. I appreciate that. They didn't just completely slather it in the marinara. Now, I can go either way, to be fair. I don't mind when they're slathered, but I also appreciate when they don't do that because it allows you to taste more of the meatball itself. Meatball is really tasty. I wouldn't go as far as to say that, it tastes like homemade, but it's definitely better than, I would say, kind of the average. Like, if you're talking, like, chain locations that sell meatball subs, again, going back to, like, Subway, this is a million times better than a fucking Subway meatball. Again, nice and dense, but also really juicy. It's got heft to it, really tasty. It's, you can have different types of meatballs for different types of meatball subs. You can have ones that are a little bit more airy, a little bit more delicate. There's nothing wrong with that, but typically for me, I want a dense-ass meatball, I want it, because it's supposed to be filling. It's a meatball sandwich. This is definitely a filling sandwich. Now, the marinara is okay. I wouldn't consider it to be, like, I've reviewed some meatball subs from, like, proper, like, delis and stuff like that. To mixed results, actually, but typically they're really good. One of the highlight elements, though, is that marinara, right? What you're building that off of. The marinara is serviceable. It's tasty. It's got some flavor to it. But, again, it doesn't really, doesn't have like a homemade kind of vibe. It is that, decent flavor and everything, but nothing special to it. It gets the job done, and it's there. I also like the addition of the cheese. Looks like they got some mozzarella on there. It's just nice. Adds in a little extra creaminess to it. One more dimension. But that's really tasty. Oh. And you know what? Honestly, the marinara, it has a decent little punchiness to it. I just wish it lasted a little bit longer. Because, like, it's got a nice little sort of veggie taste. It's got a little personality. But again, I wish that it would linger a little bit more on the tongue. But it's got a little bit of a garlickiness to it. And it's not a bad marinara. It's just not anything super duper special. But it's good. There. Alright, well, 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get this again? Would I recommend it? I'm going to go with yes and yes. I think for me personally, although I certainly wouldn't put this on a pedestal of being like, the best meatball subs I've ever had or anything. It's a solid meatball sub that's definitely, I think honestly, punching a little bit above its weight. What I mean by that is, Scooby's, they're mostly known as like a hot dog place, but as I've been exploring more of their menu throughout the course of these reviews, it's really clear that, like, everything they put forward, they're genuinely putting forward a quality product. And that's what I feel like is the case with this here. Because, again, even if it's not the best of the best I've ever had, it's way more than simply serviceable. The meatballs in particular are genuinely really tasty. And, again, they're definitely better quality than just, your basic bitch meatballs. So, well, it's not exactly a, knock it out of the park grand slam. Like, it's a solid triple. You still got people on base. It's a good time. You might run that freaking guy in. So yeah, I would get that again, especially on Saturdays, get it on special. That and some fries for less than $10. Yeah, absolutely. And it's really filling too. Now, if I'm recommending it, I would still recommend it. I think that, while I wouldn't consider it like a destination item for Scooby's, I think that, there's certainly other stuff on their menu I would recommend before this. If you're somebody who you've got a Scooby's around you, if you've ever considered grabbing it, I would say grab it. It's a tasty sandwich. And while, again, it's not going to, stand up like the proper, really, really good deli ones or anything like that, it's a genuinely nice sandwich that you can go over there and get at a spot where you can get hot dogs and hamburgers and, pizza puff and all that stuff. So it's not a bad option to have on their menu. It is, again, it's a genuinely solid meatball sub, way above what you would expect from, essentially a hot dog place. But 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there and have yourselves a truly meatball-tastic rest of your life, because meatball subs are really good. I should review more of them. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time? I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there, whenever possible, take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, where's your favorite place to get a meatball sub from? I mean, even if I'm talking certain chain locations, like Potbelly's got some good meatballs. Firehouse Subs, they got some good ones, too. But again, I mean, man, you can't be like a proper deli. If they do a really good meatball sub, ugh. But what about you? Hit me up in the comments.